90-degree temperatures, and a big Target Field crowd. The Twins are hoping they're all part of a series finale win as they look to split the 4-game set with the Angels. Last night, the Twins, however, were on the wrong side of a near no-hitter. Patrick Sandoval struck out 13 in 8 1/3 innings of hitless baseball until Brent Rooker finally broke up the party with a double just inside the right field line. It was part of a very late rally that came up just short for the Twins following what was a spectacular performance on the mound from Patrick Sandoval. Hi everyone, welcome inside Target Field. I'm Audra Martin. There's been a lot of talk lately about the Twins rookies and the opportunity right in front of them as the organization has officially started to look ahead towards the future. One of those guys, Nick Gordon, has been the perfect example of really embracing any opportunity given to you. In the last couple of days, we've seen it really on the base paths. He made a splash Friday with his heads-up base running that led to the scoring of the game-winning run. And last night, with a late rally in progress, it was Gordon who was trusted to pinch run. Rocco Baldelli says he came in like a fireball, playing good, aggressive baseball, ready for anything they've given him.
The more versatile a player like Nick Gordon can be, the more value he's really bringing to your club. Because a guy like him right now, you know, we're trying to find ways to get him in the lineup, and the more spots in the field he can go step into and play adequately or better, the more likely he's going to find himself in there.
And today he is going to find himself back in the lineup, but it won't be in center field like we have seen so often here lately. Today he's back at his natural position of second base for the first time since June 11th. Stay with us, there is more to come as we look ahead to this 4-game series finale. And it's all coming your way on Valley Sports North.
Buxton, and you can catch me making some leaping grabs on MLB Tonight.
I'm Bill Ripken. You can catch me analyzing those grabs on MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
For 25 years,
Nice throw.
Major League Baseball and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America
That's beautiful.
have teamed up to guide kids through the first tries,
It's all good, Aaron.
the curveballs,
There you go.
and the big dreams, setting them up to make great plays on and off the field, celebrating 25 years of building brighter futures together.
Hey Al, during tonight's show, what was that meatball you threw?
Meatball? That was a hitting demonstration, and that's what I was supposed to do.
Right.
Next question.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
Minnesota Twins baseball on Valley Sports North is brought to you by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. By Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Luther Group. Shop the Twin Cities' largest selection of vehicles at lutherauto.com. There's always something special about a summer Sunday afternoon at the ballpark, and that's what we're bringing you this afternoon. Final game of the series and season series between the Twins and the Angels. Twins hoping for a split of the 4 games. Dick Bramer, LaTroy Hawkins bringing you beautiful Sunday afternoon for baseball here at Target Field. The Twins have had some pitching issues this year. You know about that. Bailey Ober is trying to take a step forward today to prove that he might be part of the solution.
Yes, he could be part of the solution. He's a work in progress. He's a young guy who didn't get a chance to pitch none at all last year. Didn't pitch above double A ball. He's work in progress. He's learning on the job. He's going to make some mistakes, but in the process of making mistakes and being successful, he puts that in his hard drive and learns from every single thing that happens during this campaign in the major leagues.
Well, the Angels brought Ohtani mania to Target Field. There was some thought he might be pitching this ball game here this afternoon. We're disappointed. Twins hitters probably are not disappointed. He'll only be a hitter, but what a hitter he is.
He is. We're definitely disappointed. We don't get to see him on the mound, but he's an excellent hitter, an excellent pitcher. He had a chance to get going last night, 2 doubles off Brios. Wasn't able to get anything off his countryman, Kenta Maeda, and I'm sure that's what he really wanted to do, but he's one of the youngest and the brightest stars in Major League Baseball, and it's an exciting guy to watch every day.
Well, here's what we're missing on the mound. He's been quite the story at the plate and on the pitching rubber.
Yes, that two-way guy, he can do it all. 100 miles an hour fastball, breaking ball. He can do it all. It's amazing that we get a chance to see this in professional baseball. And you know what? It's exciting every time he does both.
Well, the games so far have been low scoring and close. We'll see if we have another one in store for you this afternoon with the Twins hoping to put together a really good homestand. It's the series finale, the season series finale from Target Field.
Hi, I'm Mitch Garver of the Minnesota Twins.
And I'm Al Leiter, former pitcher, now MLB Network analyst.
Hey Al, just how important is the pitcher-catcher relationship?
It's so important. Think about all the great duos of our time. Louis Tion, Carlton Fisk, Whitey Ford, and Yogi Berra.
Tom Glavine and Javi Lopez.
You bet.
Hey, you want to go watch a movie or something?
Now you're talking.
MLB Tonight, where baseball's best players are side by side with TV's best baseball analysts. Only on MLB Network.
Carlos, where did your signature term placata come from?
Placata is just an expression my brothers and I used when we were kids. It means good, solid contact, usually resulting in a home run.
Placata! The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
Hey, Harold, how do you prepare for a big show?
Well, I just try to stay positive. Take it one show at a time and treat it just like any other show.
How do you feel about the other analysts you work with?
It's a great group of guys. We're all on the same page. I'm just happy to be here.
What's your prediction for the season?
We'll see what happens. It all comes down to execution in the studio.
The pro player answers. He's still got it.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions on MLB Network.
Beautiful day for baseball at Target Field. Glad you're with us wherever you are, inside Twins territory or outside Twins territory. Angels winning 2 out of 3 in Anaheim. They've won 2 out of 3 here so far, so they've won the season series, but the Twins still want to get a split here today and then maybe have that winning homestand with a series win against the Tigers. 89 degrees, the humidity's down a little bit. And I've said this before, I just love spending Sunday afternoons at a ballpark. There's something that exists for me on a Sunday afternoon that doesn't exist on a Saturday afternoon. I've tried to explain it but failed. Here's the Angel lineup for the final time this year, brought to you by Menards. David Fletcher leading off, Shohei Ohtani batting second, Justin Upton, Jared Walsh, Jose Iglesias, Brandon Marsh, Max Stassi, Adam Eaton, and Jack Mayfield.
Home furniture starting pitcher, Bailey Ober, making his 10th start of the season. 1-1 with a 5.45. Fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. Need to elevate his fastball with 2 strikes to induce some strikeouts. Continue to use both breaking pitches and mix in an occasional changeup.
Ober has incrementally improved month to month. And so far this year, 3 prior starts and 11 hits and 13 1/3 innings. Bunt attempt and no attempt at all. Just a fake bunt, ball 1.
Strike anyway.
Ober making his 10th start. In his prior 9 starts, 4 of them have been against the White Sox. Sano backhands the second hop and goes to the bag, 1 away. Northland Ford defense for the Twins, and hey, it's good to have Jake Cave back on the active roster and in center field. The defense brought to you by Northland Ford. Brent Rooker and Kepler out in the outfield. Astudillo, Simmons, Gordon, and Sano the infielders, and Ryan Jeffers making his 4th straight start behind the plate. Jake Cave was playing with and then was on the injured list with fractured vertebrae. Healed and ready to go. Here is Ohtani, and there is strike 1.
Talking to Jake Cave in the locker room, he was saying that he found out he was getting called up at the ballpark when he got there, so he had to hop in a car and drive back.
This morning.
Oh, yesterday.
Or yesterday.
Yesterday.
That's right. He was activated yesterday. Yeah, you're right. 2 strikes to Ohtani. Well, again, the convenience of having your AAA team so close. The team was in Omaha, right?
Which isn't far.
Got up 35W and made the run up here. 2 strikes to Ohtani. Upton in the on-deck circle. And that will be fielded by Gordon. No chance to get the speedy Ohtani. You call that an infield hit or an outfield hit?
Hey, we just call it a hit.
It's a hit. And that'll bring up Upton. Gordon getting a chance to play in the infield. Usually we've seen him out in the outfield, but Ohtani reaching across the plate and getting a single.
You see we got him shifted and he still beat the shift.
So a runner aboard, 1 out, and that'll bring up Upton. Pop up back and just over our head. There are a lot of things that are over our head.
Well, that's the first time I've had one that actually had the ability to get here and it went over our head. Very nice.
You seem eager to have one fired into the booth here.
I am. I'm excited.
You must have gotten the extended service plan on your laptop then, right? There goes Ohtani, and the pitch lifted to center. And Cave coming in, and Ohtani doesn't know where the ball is. He's confused. Here's the throw from Cave, and it is off mark. He stood at second base looking at Brian Butterfield, the third base coach. And I don't know whether the middle infielders, Simmons and Gordon, deked him, but he stood there unclear about where the ball was.
That's exactly what happened. And as you can see, you have to watch Simmons and then watch the third baseman Astudillo. He acted like he was getting him in a rundown.
So short fly ball, and Ohtani goes into the slide. And again with his speed able to get back. 2 down, and now Walsh. Shades of Lonnie Smith in the 1991 World Series.
Good job by the middle infield.
And the three infielders, minus Sano, were all in on the ruse.
Right, and that play only works when the guy's straight steal. And he has his head down. He didn't look in to pick up the ball.
2-0.
And once that happens, you're at the at the mercy of the infielders trying to, when you sliding and getting up, trying to figure out what's going on, or trying to listen for your first base or your third base coach.
And I'm guessing it was Brian Butterfield, the third base coach, who finally motioned, screamed at him in English or Japanese, "Go back!" Losing the bat, and the ball spun foul over the screen, out of play.
Bailey Ober, 6'9".
And Walsh losing the bat. Looks like he has a whole lot of pine tar on the bat.
Went in the dugout, down the tunnel.
And he got it back somehow. I'd keep it. Ohtani checked. Two and one to Walsh.
Oberg is a large human, 6'9". He's pretty quick to the plate.
There goes Ohtani, swung on and missed. And the one-hop throw, got him. Jeffers with a one-hop strike, throwing out Ohtani. And by inning's end, Ober faces just 3 men.
Nerds. My new money goal?
My new money goal?
We've got money goals.
Buy a place closer to my family down south.
Invest in Black-owned companies.
Invest in green companies.
Invest for my daughter's future and my retirement at the same time.
Have a better credit card
than her.
Whatever your money goals, NerdWallet knows the smartest ways to make them happen. Compare and find the smartest credit cards, mortgages, and investing accounts on NerdWallet. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
When we started our company, we simply wanted better sheets. But along the way, we've realized that softer, safer, organic cotton does so much more for the planet and for humanity. It helps your home become a force for good, because home is more than just an address. Home is our soul. Boll & Branch, organic sheets, bath, and home. Right now, try for 30 nights risk-free and get free shipping at bollandbranch.com.
Nothing wrong with a one-hop throw if it's on target, as Jeffers' one-hop throw was to get the speedy Ohtani. We mentioned the Angels won 2 out of 3 in Anaheim, have won 2 out of 3 in Minnesota so far. See what the Twins can do about that 2-4 mark with this Menards batting order. Max Kepler leading off. Brett Rooker in left field hitting second. Then Josh Donaldson, the designated hitter. Sano, Cave, and Astudillo, Gordon, Jeffers, and Simmons. And facing right-hander Jaime Barria.
Home furniture starting pitches, Jaime Barria. Recall from AAA Salt Lake City for today's start.
So a very high number of walks, and Kepler takes ball 1. Twins have never faced Barria. Angels have never faced Ober.
Barria's going to pitch away. If the Twins hitters can lean out over that plate and get them something good, they can put a good swing on. Don't have to worry about him coming in very much. Doesn't do it probably 2% of the time. So just look out over the plate.
Check swing, but a strike. Two and one. Deep but foul, 2-2. Couple of relief appearances for Barria. One in the second week of the season, the other one in the middle of May. Extended relief appearances. This is his first start of the year. 2-2. And off the plate, full count. Rooker to follow. Driven to the right field corner and deep and foul. Just to the right of the pole. A few games ago, Max banged one off the foul pole. That one nearly hit it again.
It was a breaking ball that Kepler had to go down and get. Just foul.
5 feet foul. So another 3-2 coming. This one is fair, and this one is gone. And today the Twins strike first.
It's a good at bat by Kepler. Ran the count to 3-2. Fouled off a 3-2 breaking ball. Got a 3-2 fastball that he can handle. If you see catcher Max Stassi reach back across his body, set up outside, just thigh high, and give the Twins a 1-0 lead.
And now Rooker blasts one to left, and this one's not coming back. Into the third deck. And the Twins, who didn't homer Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, get 2 quick ones here Sunday afternoon. That was impressive.
That was a ball. You see Recker got him a hanging breaking ball that just hovered over the middle half of the plate, and when he hit it, it was a no-doubter. And you got some fans in that third deck. Came to the ballpark having no chance of getting a ball, and they actually got one.
Donaldson tried to make it 3 in a row.
The ball was hit a very long way.
Rooker broke up the no-hitter in the 9th inning last night. Donaldson again fouling one back 0-2. Down and away, dug out by Stassi, the catcher. Wondered if moving forward now through July, then August and September, whether we might not see more of this, provided Donaldson is still with the team, of course. Might see him in the DH spot more frequently. There's an opening there that didn't exist when the Twins still had Nelson Cruz. But I think for the balance of this year, the 10 weeks or so left, the Twins want to see Nick Gordon in the infield. They want to see other players at third base to see where they might slot in next year. 1-2 to Donaldson.
Well, Donaldson been a DH. I mean, with his leg issues, he's probably looks like he's gonna be there more often than not.
2-2. Popped up. Playable, it appears, for Walsh. Just across the line. One away. I'll bring up Miguel Sano. Northland Ford defense for the Angels. Same old lineup. Upton, Marsh, and Eaton across the outfield. Mayfield, Iglesias, Fletcher, and Walsh, the infielders. And Stassi behind the plate. Joe Madden's come back with the same lineup every night, with the exception of one game where he had Kurt Suzuki doing the catching. Here is Sano. Iglesias over to Walsh, 2 away. That'll bring up Jake Cave. Cave, like so many Twins batters, got off to a slow start. Was on the 60-day injured list. He missed 64 games. Officially a stress reaction in the low back, which was causing all the difficulty. He told me a couple weeks ago it was something that first surfaced back in spring training. But healthy and ready to go. And in there, strike one.
Jake Cave can relieve some of those outfield duties. He can play all 3 positions out there and play them at a very high level.
Twins ended up for a good part of the season so far having 2 players in center field who'd never played out there before. Rob Refsnyder and then more recently Nick Gordon. On the outside edge, now 1-2.
I think Refsnyder had some outfield experience, correct?
Right, but not center field.
But not Gordon. It was his first time going out there. And that just shows you what type of athlete Nick is, and comes from a very athletic big league family. His brother D and his dad Flash.
There's Nick back to the infield today, playing at second base.
Nick works out in the offseason with Hall of Famer Barry Larkin.
Check swing strikeout, but the first 2 guys up this inning, Kepler and then Rooker, went deep. The Twins have a 2-0 lead.
At Home Chef, we believe a delicious meal should always fit your schedule. It might be a make it easy meal kit Monday, or a toss it in the oven Tuesday, or a what am I, a chef now Wednesday, or even a day that doesn't need a clever name, like steak
on a Thursday.
Get $90 off your first month at homechef.com. Also available at select stores. Home Chef. Delicious meets simple.
I wish I could try these glasses on first.
Here, step into the future where everything is possible. Welcome. Here you can try on Warby Parker glasses using only your phone.
Really? Wow, I like it here. And I like these.
You can stay, but I'll need my phone.
Okay.
Just shop prescription glasses starting at $95 and virtually try them on in the Warby Parker app.
Here at Target Field, and we have some coverage from the clubhouse. Jake Cave is back in the lineup for the first time since May 12th, and Rocco Baldelli says he brings a personality to the group that is going to be really important right now. He says he's got a ton of energy, he keeps guys going around him, and that right now, when it comes to Jake Cave, the production is likely to follow. Jorge Polanco is getting a well-deserved day off. They said they just wanted to get him off his feet because he's been playing with a little bit of a sore back. And Trevor Larnach is also off today. His hand is swollen and sore after the hit by pitch last night, guys.
All right, we'll see a lot of that too in the final days of July, then into August and September, with, I would guess, more frequent days off with the team out of contention. Fly ball to left. Rooker made the catch, and now Jose Iglesias. You first saw Ober 3 years ago when he was in Class A ball. What stood out other than his height, his physique?
Well, you can't miss the height. You can't rule that out. That plays all into what he does well, and for me, it was his extension. Like when he releases the ball at 6'9", he's releases out there 7.5 feet, and that's halfway to the batter, and it plays with his deception and his fastball. It's one of those fastballs we used to call them the invisible fastball, but has a very high spin rate.
Fly to center. Cave looks to have it measured. 2 outs here in the second.
And then his composure on the mound. That same demeanor he has now. I saw that 3 years ago when he was in A-ball. He's just steady as she goes type of guy.
And throws strikes, right? I mean,
always throwing strikes. That's
gets
not
ahead of hitters and does a nice job with that.
Yep. Not pitching last year, this year pitching in St. Paul and getting called up to the big leagues. It's a learning experience, and sometimes you're going to take your lumps, but you have to learn from them and just keep learning every day. Every day you have to learn something from your outing or watching somebody else's outing.
He's pitched 55 2/3 innings this year, and that'll be something to watch too, because he's never pitched more than 78 innings in a season. 78 2/3 2 years ago, but having not pitched in a game last year, I think they'll be pretty careful with him.
Well, yeah, that would be the right play.
In their first strike, 3-1.
And you just think about all the opportunities that have presented themselves in the organization. Like Ober wasn't even in the. I don't think he was at the alternate site last year.
No, he
wasn't
at
all.
No.
And then I'm sure him coming to spring training, he didn't envision him making it to the big leagues, pitching in the big leagues this year, just because of the lost year.
But now to your point before, that's 93. But with his extension and his release point be of closer to home plate, it plays more like 95, 96,
right.
doesn't it?
Perceive miles per hour to the hitter, it looks a lot harder than that.
Check swing, and we just talked about how he threw strikes and didn't walk people, and then he walked Marsh. That'll bring up Stassi. And Ober pitched 16 innings for the Saints, and with that in mind, you can join us for St. Paul Saints night here at Target Field. Monday, August 16th, the Twins are taking on the soon-to-be Cleveland Guardians. Purchase your special Saints night ticket package, including your ticket to the game, plus an exclusive co-branded Saints Twins t-shirt. Learn more at twinsbaseball.com/Saints.
I'm all for the pink pig, not the pink bear.
1-0 to Stassi. Marsh with the ability to steal a base, but that was true of Ohtani in the first inning, and Jeffers and Ober combined to get him thrown out at second base.
I'm glad you mentioned combined, because Oberg being a big guy, you would think he was slow to home. He's not slow to home at all.
And that is reflected in what we've seen so far up here. With Ohtani being thrown out, there have been 5 stolen base attempts against the big right-hander, only 2 successful, and he has a pickoff. So those are the little, they're not even subtle, but they're secondary things that you look at from a pitching prospect. His ability to hold runners, control the running game, and Ober seems to be doing a pretty good job of that. And he's getting a lot of fly ball outs here, it looks like. That ball carrying and Cave leaping and off his glove and off the wall. That ball just kept on carrying, and all the way to third base is Stassi with an RBI triple. Ball seems to be jumping here. I didn't think that ball was even going to get to the track. And it's a 2-1 ball game.
See the fastball up over the plate. Just put a nice swing on it and got it caught in that little wind stream. And that ball just kept carrying on Cave and almost made the catch.
So the tying run now at third. The 2-out walk scores, and here's Adam Eaton.
What do you say about those leadoff walks and those 2-out walks? They seem to find a way to come around and score.
Breaking ball gets a swing and a miss. And another foul, 2 strikes.
Bailey can bear down and get Adam Eaton right here. Keep this score at 2-1.
Which is up 1-2.
We've seen the first 3 games. Adam Eaton is very susceptible to that sweeping breaking ball at his back foot.
So we got the first 2 strikes, and Eaton stays alive.
Yesterday with Barrios, he had him going back and forth, change up down and away he couldn't lay off of, and a sweeping breaking ball at his back foot he couldn't lay off of. Run a fastball in.
Up and in, 2-2. The walk issued after the second out to Marsh, just the 13th walk in 40 2/3 innings for Ober, so that number's quite manageable. And there's a fastball for a called third strike. Angels get one and leave one. It's 2-1.
Hey Al, I'm just wondering, during the demo on MLB Tonight, what was that meatball you threw?
Meatball? I think you're misunderstanding. That was a hitting demonstration, and that's what I was supposed to do.
Oh, he got home, baby. Right. I think that ball's still traveling. Any farther, and you need a flight plan for it.
Next question.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions, only on MLB Network.
Hi, I'm Mitch Garver of the Minnesota Twins.
And I'm Al Leiter, former pitcher, now MLB Network analyst.
Hey Al, just how important is the pitcher-catcher relationship?
It's so important. Think about all the great duos of our time. Louis Tiant, Carlton Fisk, Whitey Ford, and Yogi Berra.
Tom Glavine and Javi Lopez.
You bet.
Hey, you want to go watch a movie or something?
Now you're talking.
MLB Tonight, where baseball's best players are side by side with TV's best baseball analysts. Only on MLB Network.
A 2-1 lead, and from time to time we have to share tragic news, and such is the case today. Last night, Mac Motzko, the 20-year-old son of Gopher hockey coach Bob Motzko, was killed in an auto accident. And in the midst of the unspeakable grief the Motzko family must be sharing on behalf of the Minnesota Twins and Bally Sports North, our thoughts and prayers. Astudillo to lead off the Twins second, and he takes ball one. It'll be Astudillo, Gordon, and Jeffers in the Twins second.
Astudillo getting the start at third base. Got a double on Thursday night.
Golf to left center field, and Upton comes in, and it's the center fielder Marsh making the catch, one away. And that'll bring up Nick Gordon. There's no way to positively spin what's happened to the Twins outfield this year, but you can imagine a world where long term it could do wonders for Nick Gordon's career. Out of necessity, he was asked to play center field, and he has proven to be okay out there and someone who should be even better with more experience out there. And in this day and age, even with a 26-man roster, teams have 3 or 4 bench players, necessitating that the bench players you have to be flexible. They have to be able to be plugged into some different spots on the field. 1-1 to Gordon.
Those guys have to be a Swiss Army knife.
Fly to left, hit to Upton. You know, one of the attributes for Willians Astudillo, who's in at third base, is he was asked to play some in the outfield and can play out there, move around the infield. We've seen him at first base and can catch. And it just seems like, you know, the days of having a limited bench player who could only be an outfielder or an infielder but not both, those days are gone, it seems like.
Well, they are, and you know, you have to understand and talk to the young kids and say, hey, the chances you get into the big leagues playing one position, yeah, I mean, it happens, but why not have the ability to play multiple positions? You don't have to play all of them extremely, you know, at a high level. You just got to be serviceable out there just in case the opportunity presents itself. And for Nick to never have played outfield and then have to go play center field, I mean, you have to tip the hat to the young man, because, you know, that learning on the job is not easy.
Fouled back. First time I heard the term in that context was when the Twins moved Michael Kadire from the infield to the outfield. And, you know, of course, we all asked, well, what about the transition? He says, hey, I'm a baseball player, you know, and of course he was. But if you are a baseball player, what position you play shouldn't be absolute. You should be able to play the game and catch fly balls and pop-ups and ground balls and all that.
Well, I would say majority of the guys, it's not absolute, because, you know, you get a center fielder, like, everybody plays shortstop. There's a good chance everybody out here plays shortstop when they're in Little League, just because they're the better players and the better athletes on the team. And like you said, being versatile, man. If you can be that Swiss Army knife, you got so many different things you can do. You bring more than just, oh, I played, you know, left field to a team.
1-2. On third strike. And the Twins, who struck for a couple of home runs in the first, now have been sat down on 6 straight at-bats.
Go dummy, go beast, oh no. I go beast. Go deep, I OD, oh no. Apply pressure, put heat, oh. Put that 5 degrees, oh no. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast, oh no. I go beast. Go deep, I OD, oh no. Apply pressure, put heat, oh no. Put that 5
Rated E for everyone.
Luis Arise is one of those unique players, a throwback player.
Meet Luis Arise.
A guy who just finds the barrel of the bat.
He's watching MLB Network.
He doesn't swing at balls, and he doesn't strike out.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
Minnesota Twins baseball on Bally Sports North is brought to you by Toyota. Dear driver, hurry in and save. Toyota. With Audra Martin and LaTroy Hawkins, Dick Raymer, a beautifully sunny Target Field. The Twins have a 2-1 lead thanks to a couple of solo home runs, and Bailey Ober issued a 2-out walk. That came around to score on Max Stassi's first big league triple. And now Jack Mayfield will lead off the third for the Angels. Mayfield, Fletcher, and Ohtani.
Be a good inning for Bailey Ober to get locked back in.
Off the plate, ball one. Two and 0. And now in there for a strike.
That's how the game evolved. 2-0, you can almost count on getting a fastball. This day and age, he couldn't throw his fastball the first 2 pitches for a strike, and he flipped the breaking ball up there.
Jeffers thought that they had strike 2. Instead, it's ball 3.
It's a close pitch at the bottom half of the zone. It was a 50-50 pitch.
There's a breaking ball on 3-1. He gets the swing and a miss.
I'm sure everybody at home is wondering, why don't you just throw that pitch to get him out? Well, we'll see. It's 3-2. He's thrown the fastball. He's missed with it. Anything over the plate has been a breaking ball.
Slower breaking ball. Changing speeds with the breaking ball, and he comes back to strike him out.
Think about the fastball with his release 3/4 of a way down. Can you imagine looking at the breaking ball? And Mayfield wasn't close to that ball.
There's Fletcher. Driven to right, and Kepler into a slide, makes the catch. 2 away. Nice play by Kepler. You need to commit to that catch pretty early on when you're going to catch a sinking line drive.
When we understand, we know what he's trying to do up to the plate. He's trying to hit the ball where it's pitched, and we're going to pitch him away, so he's going to hit the ball to the right side. And Kepler got a good beat on that ball, was able to slide just to slow himself down. He didn't need to slide to catch it. He was sliding to slow himself down.
Here's Ohtani. Got an infield hit, was thrown out trying to steal in the first inning. Waited and wanted to hit one to the loon.
The loon.
Wow.
That's that breaking ball that's coming into his swing. He's already clearing his hips, trying to pull the ball. That ball in his wheelhouse can go a very long way.
And this time a hand comes off the bat on another aggressive swing. 78 miles per hour, and if he'd have hit it, it would have left home plate about twice that fast. Tremendous exit velocity. .34 home runs. Foul back. Nice catch. Youngster brought his glove and made a nice catch.
I think Mom's more excited than he is.
2 strikes. And a breaking ball gets him. Good inning for Ober. A 1-2-3. A quick 1-2-3. Third inning.
I'm Byron Buxton, and you can catch me making some leaping grabs on MLB Tonight.
I'm Bill Ripken. You can catch me analyzing those grabs on MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
Carlos, where did your signature term placata come from?
Placata is just an expression my brothers and I used when we were kids. It means good, solid contact, usually resulting in a home run.
Placata! The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
Everywhere you go, everything you do, you can always take the game with you. And you can bring your friends.
Front 2-1. Twins batting now in their half of the third inning, starting with Andrelton Simmons. And a look at Target Field on a beautiful day from the T-Mobile coverage cam. Simmons pops it up foul, backing out of play. An inning or so ago, we were talking about flexibility, how important it is. You didn't mean to, but you were talking about how, great baseball players, generally shortstops, are, and I was flattered because I was the shortstop on the Blattner Furniture team.
Nice.
So I'm trying to get compliments wherever I can get them these days, and so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure, you were a very good athlete in your time.
Not just inferring, strongly suggesting that my time is past.
Well, I can say with a lot of confidence, both our time has passed. That's why we're up here.
That's right. Simmons, Kepler, and Rooker.
We're going to get a ball up here today.
Yeah, I don't like our chances. They've had the right, just the wrong launch angle in reverse. 1-2 to Simmons. And now 2-2. After giving up back-to-back home runs to start his afternoon's work, Barria has retired 6 men in a row. And now 3-2. We talked about Barria's issues with walks. So far he hasn't walked any. Did have a 3-ball count with Kepler. And now 3-2 to Simmons.
He's going to pitch away, so you know you're going to get something away.
Missed down and in, and the Twins get a leadoff walk. Watch Twins baseball live on your mobile device. The Bally Sports app, presented by Coors Light. We'll bring up Kepler, who on back-to-back pitches nearly homered off the foul pole and then hit one up on the plaza. And for Kepler, his 13th home run of the year.
Kepler got him a middle-in fastball. Mistake pitch. Max Stassi set up away. I'm thinking more times than not he's going to hit that exact pitch out in 3-2 count.
And fastball, strike one. Kepler's picked it up in the month of July. Twins had a number of their core group players. Sano, Kepler, Polanco to a lesser extent. Just took them a long time to get going this year, and now here we are in the middle months with the team out of the race. And in the case of Kepler and Polanco, and again to a lesser extent this time Sano, but they're swinging the bats more like the Twins hoped they would coming out of spring training. Garver, another one.
It's tough when you have a good roster and everybody has a down first half collectively as a group, and that's from from position players to the pitching. It was just not a good start to the season, and you get so far behind it's hard to recover.
I think it should work both ways, shouldn't it? I mean, when a team does really well and then you hear, well, yeah, but so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, they had career years. Well, just the opposite can happen too, right? Where team struggles and you could maybe explain it away by saying, well, this happened to that guy and that happened to that guy, and they weren't able to put the numbers up that they should be expected to put up.
Well, yeah, and a lot of factors go into why guys have down years, and we've had guys who hurting, playing, trying to push through it, and when you try to push through it, a lot of times your numbers definitely suffer. And we've had multiple guys in that starting lineup out at the same time.
Still 2-2 to Kepler. Runs have been hard to come by for the Twins in this series. All 3 games so far decided by 1 run, and we've got a 1-run game again here this afternoon. Twins with 8 runs scored in the first 3 ball games. And Simmons back safely.
Torrey Hunter just texted me and said, remember, Dick has a very nice fastball. We watched him pitch that day in fantasy camp.
Heckled me through the entire game.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was great. High fly, right center field, headed toward the scoreboard, but not that far. But again, it carries to the warning track. And a deep fly to right field. Ball seems to be carrying, especially when Brent Rooker's hit it.
Hanging slider that backed up just enough to help Rooker get that launch angle. 112 miles an hour off the bat. 436. Felt like that ball went a lot further than that. Sort of grown men hit the ball.
Broke up the no-hitter in the 9th inning last night with a double down the right field line. Now this one dropped into right field. Nice catch made, and just getting, they're calling him out. Look from up here like he was safe. I'm sure the Twins will take a look at it. Rooker denied a hit. Nice catch by Fletcher. And the Angels aren't in too much of a hurry to come off the field because I think they realize that that's probably not going to stand. Nevertheless, a nice play by Fletcher.
Yeah, he's safe.
That's not even that close. Nope.
It's not even close.
Phil Cuzzy, the first base umpire.
You can see Simmons give him the Dikembe Mutombo finger shake like, no.
So Donaldson will hit here with Simmons at first.
See, a game like this, I like how quick this happened.
Right.
It shouldn't take long. Somebody in New York should be called, hey, he's safe, let's go.
So the call is overturned, and Donaldson will hit with Simmons at first. Donaldson rather had some good cuts against Barria, fouled a couple of them back, and ended up fouling out to Walsh. Down and in, ball one.
You see Stassi set up in on the fastball. He was able to get it close. Doesn't pitch in that often.
Pounded foul, 1-1. Twins looking for their 43rd win of the year. The Angels looking for win number 49. Trying to get back to the 500 mark with a win today. Fastball covers the inside edge.
There's 2 fastballs this at bat that he's went in on Josh Donaldson.
Right to the shortstop Iglesias. The force play at second, and we head to the 4th with the Twins up a run.
Rated E for everyone.
Hey, Uncle Dan.
Zach, go ahead.
So, what's your approach after a bad show?
A bad show? You think I had a bad show?
Well, you flubbed 2 lines in the intro segment. How did you feel about that?
How did I feel? Next question.
Okay. What was on your mind when...
What was on my mind? Boy, I hope my nephew Zach doesn't ask any dumb questions.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions. Only on MLB Network.
Window Concepts. The Twins didn't waste any time this afternoon with Max Kepler and Brent Rooker both going deep. It's the Twins' second time this season with back-to-back home runs leading off a ball game. Into the top of the second we go. Max Stassi also going deep, but just not quite deep enough. He'll have to settle for the RBI triple, but he, of course, gets his team on the board. So it's a 2-1 Twins lead with Bailey Ober back to work in the 4th, guys.
All right, that's where we stand as the Angels now will hit against Bailey Ober in the 4th, starting with Justin Upton. And then Jared Walsh and Jose Iglesias. Backing out of the box was Upton. Time was not called, I don't believe, and I believe it's ball 1.
Ober's 44 pitches, 29 strikes.
But now 2-0.
4 fly balls, 1 ground ball, 3 strikeouts.
And the 1 walk he regrets. Falling behind Upton, now 3-0. Upton hit a fly ball to Cave, his first time up. And Upton walks out of the box again and takes a strike. That's twice he's done that in this at bat.
You can do it 0-0 and you can do it 3-0. I'm sure J-Up won't be doing that 3-2.
3-2 now.
Let's see if he can repeat that same exact pitch. But that's that 4-seam
Astudillo digs it out, fires on the run, one away. I can honestly say I've never seen a hitter do that twice in one at bat. He is retired, one away. And now Jared Walsh. Walsh with a fly to left his first time up, and the Twins will pause for a second and get into their infield shift, which has Nick Gordon playing in short right field. Nubbed in front of the plate. Ober fires on the run. Got him. Good play by Bailey Ober, bouncing off the mound. And Jeffers got out of the way, and Ober made a fine play.
It's a great play by Bailey Ober. You see that ball was stopped, so he picked it up with the bare hand. If it's still moving, you use your glove, and made a nice throw to first base off balance.
Well, now 6 in a row set down by Ober.
The rule of thumb for our young baseball players: if the ball's stopped, you can grab it with your bare hand. If it's moving, please use your glove.
I thought the rule of thumb is, hey, the pitcher got involved in a play, so now we need to let him catch his breath a little bit.
Most utterly ridiculous thing on baseball.
But
just like fans booing when the visiting guy picks to first base. Utterly ridiculous. The pitcher's moving more than anybody else. Why does he need a blow?
Just telling you. Here's Iglesias. Swing and a miss.
You see Ober has his pretty good slider today.
Took a little bit off, got a ground ball to Simmons, and a quick 1, 2, 3, 4th inning for Bailey Ober.
I'm Byron Buxton, and you can catch me making some leaping grabs on MLB Tonight.
I'm Bill Ripken. You can catch me analyzing those grabs on MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
You want that home run feeling? Then step in the box and let it rip. Get ready for the Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby, powered by MLB Develops. Compete locally and swing your way to the 2021 Junior Home Run Derby Finals. Sign up for free at jrhrd.com.
Minnesota Twins baseball on Bally Sports North is brought to you by Grand Casino. Let your story begin. And by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. At one point it looked like the Twins might get their new ballpark on the banks of the Mississippi River, but kind of like this location here. Beautiful view of the downtown area. The Twins leading here 2-1.
And the building straight out of center field is going to be the Omni Hotel, Four Seasons. I think it's going to be one of those two.
Okay, if I was going to stay there, I'd want to get one of the upper floors so I could look into the ballpark and watch the ball game.
I use some pretty good binoculars.
Here is Sano to lead off the Twins' 4th. Barria has not given up a hit since Rooker hit the 2nd home run of the 1st inning.
Barria's scouting report talks about him not pitching in at all. And the last 2 hitters, Donaldson and Sano, he's thrown a few pitches inside.
Fouled back, 2 strikes. Sano hit a grounder to short his first time up. Down and away. We've shown or seen very little evidence of his history of control issues, just the one walk in the 3 innings.
He's done a great job after the first 2 hitters, mixing up his location.
Came back inside to get a called 3rd strike. 1 down, that'll bring up Jake Cave, and now a quick word from Arby's.
New chicken nuggets, everyday value. New chicken nuggets, everyday value.
Another pitcher's duel here this afternoon so far. Twins leading 2-1. Jake Cave on a check swing, struck out in his first at bat in more than 2 months.
I think I'm a fan of Arby's having chicken. What do you call it? Chicken nuggets.
Right?
Yeah.
First pitch a strike on the outside corner.
It's a backdoor slider. Get him ahead in the count 0-1.
Check swing 2-0. Excuse me, 1-1. Trying to find a seam in the shift, and good play. The safe call is made, and now the Angels may take a look at that. That was another good play by Fletcher, and from up here it looked like they may have gotten him. Phil Cuzzy making the safe call, and Cave, as always, hustling down the line, may have beaten out a hit. Everybody looking into the Angel dugout, and the safe call will stand. It won't be challenged.
You said Cave's always hustling down the base path. He smelled the hit. He wasn't going to be denied.
Ooh,
that looked close.
Yeah, looked like he was out on that replay, but the Angels aren't going to challenge it. When the ball hits the back of the glove, and on that replay, he looked safe. So on that basis, the Angels probably did the right thing and not challenge it.
He's swinging the bat well. He was hitting .367 in St. Paul with 1 home run and 5 RBIs.
Astudillo, the batter, hit a fly ball to center his first time up. Cave goes, and the pitch popped up behind the plate. Stassi has no play. Well, the Twins started the runner. Might have been a hit and run. Play that you don't see very often in the game anymore. You don't see pitch outs at all anymore.
There's a really good chance you're going to see a different brand of Twins baseball in the last couple months of this season. Going to do some things to create some runs, putting the runners in motion, hitting behind guys.
Hot ground ball. Great stop at third by Mayfield again, and a low throw dug out by Walsh. He has made a half dozen outstanding plays at third, and he just took a double away from Astudillo.
The scouting report talks about how he's an upper level defender, and he's shown that, his time here in Minnesota. He saved them countless runs over there over the past 4 days.
The only difference here, it wasn't Josh Donaldson, the batter. On the play, Cave to second base, and now Nick Gordon. I asked Rocco Baldelli that yesterday in the Zoom call, what you just referenced, the fact that there's going to be more of an emphasis placed on base running, base stealing. And that's where I think Nick Gordon's game can come into play here because of his speed, ability to run, go first to third on a single when maybe others cannot, steal a base.
I think we got, as a team, got too dependent on the home run ball.
Deep to right center field, but running to make the catch is Eaton, and the Twins are done in the 4th inning. Still a 2-1 ball game.
It's not just because Boll & Branch organic cotton sheets are incredibly soft. They are. And it's not just that they're free from toxins and made by people who are paid and treated fairly, that's true too. It's because home is where the magic happens. And with better sheets made in safer ways, home makes the world a better place. Boll & Branch. Right now, try for 30 nights risk-free and get free shipping at bollandbranch.com.
Nerds! Oh, thanks. It's cool, I can...
No, I got it.
Sweet unholy cobalt. Is Brad's card better than mine? Better sign-up bonus? Better travel perks? Is that how Brad took that trip to Barcelona? Wait, Barcelona? Barcelona?
Steve, I got it on NerdWallet.
Ah. You said all that out loud.
Want a better credit card? We've got you. From the best rates to the best rewards, for all your credit card questions, turn to the nerds.
Hadn't homered in this series yet. And then on back-to-back pitches, first Kepler, then Rooker. Solo home runs that have the Twins in front now, 2-1. Brandon Marsh will lead off the Angel fifth inning.
Ober starting the inning off with 52 pitches, 35 strikes. Pitch count is well in check.
In terms of innings pitched, this is his 10th big league start. And he has not gone beyond the fifth inning. Swung on and missed, 2 strikes.
It's trending that he's going to go past the fifth right now, as of right now.
Picked up his first big league win in his 3rd start against the White Sox. He has since started against them one more time, but he threw 93 pitches in picking up his win against the White Sox, and that covered 5 innings. He gave up just 2 hits, no runs. 2 strikes to Marsh, drew the 2-out walk and then scored on Stassi's triple. Fastball inside.
I like the fastball inside 0-2. Show him something in. Maybe try to get him away, get him out away. Like he's going to go back to the breaking ball. The slider at the back foot.
And now 2-2. Full count. Marsh walked with 2 outs in the 2nd. Ober doesn't want to put him aboard to start the 5th.
These counts look like he had better control of his breaking ball. See if he throws a breaking ball here.
Foul back, fastball. You saw Stassi on deck, then Eaton. Back to the fastball at 94 and got him one away.
He had a 0-2. Marsh was able to get the count back even. 3-2. Just blew him away with a high fastball. That ball came in at 94, but it probably looked about 98.
Here's Stassi. Drove one just out of Cave's reach in right center field in front of the scoreboard, and it went for a triple, an RBI triple. That was back in the second inning. That's hit deep to the left field corner and gone. A home run, I believe. A home run for Stassi, his 8th of the year, just fair, and just over the 339 mark. And it's a tie game.
And that was a breaking ball from Ober, just hovering around the middle part of the plate. Didn't get to start going horizontal. Was able to keep that ball fair and just over the left field wall.
And now Adam Eaton. Down and in, ball one.
The first changeup tonight from Bailey Ober. 85 miles an hour.
A liner to Gordon for out number 2. And I'll bring up Jack Mayfield. Download the MLB app to get in-game video highlights, live pitch-by-pitch, breaking news, player updates, stat leaderboards, and more for your Twins and the rest of the league. Pitch count still good. This will be number 65. And it's fouled away. Mayfield struck out swinging, but again today in game 4, his defensive play has had a huge impact in this game. Cave had gotten his infield single. Astudillo hit a smash backhanded. Now Simmons with a backhand. And that wraps up the Angel 5th. Stassi with a home run to tie it at 2.
Ten years ago, I had an undiagnosed heart condition, and erectile dysfunction was actually the first sign that something was wrong.
Luckily, I'm a doctor, an expert in sexual health, and Zach's dad.
Not everyone has a doctor in the house, and some health conditions can be really tough to talk about. We started Roman to change that.
Now you can go online and chat with a physician.
And if treatment is right for you, we'll ship genuine medication right to your door. If you're experiencing ED, hair loss, cold sores, or other issues, let's take care of it.
When we started our company, we simply wanted better sheets. But along the way, we realized that softer, safer, organic cotton does so much more for the planet and for humanity. It helps your home become a force for good, because home is more than just an address. Home is our soul. Boll & Branch, organic sheets, bath, and home. Right now, try for 30 nights risk-free and get free shipping at bollandbranch.com.
At 2, and if you're game for a little excitement, say I'm in and scan the QR code displayed on the screen for a chance to join the Minnesota Lottery Winners Circle and win $50 in scratch tickets. The Minnesota Lottery. Every day is game day. And we've got a tie game today. Twins will try to change that, starting with Ryan Jeffers leading off the 5th inning. Not very often. In fact, this is the first time in the Rocco Baldelli era for the Twins that he's had a catcher start 4 games in a row. And it'll be Jeffers, Simmons, and Kepler. Mitch Garver added to the roster. Ben Rortvedt sent to the St. Paul roster.
St. Paul's over in Omaha. They come home this afternoon or tomorrow morning.
That's one thing that's different. That ball just foul. Throughout all the minor leagues, they're playing 6-game series to limit travel, and that might seem like a long time to be in Omaha or any place else, but that's what they're doing all the way through the minor leagues. Instead of having a 3-game series and then another 3-game series, it's a 6-game series, home and road. Whack foul. And I would imagine for minor league veterans that might take a little bit of an adjustment too. The biggest adjustment might come from not playing at all last year, but I mean, you went through the minor leagues. That's a long time to spend in one city.
It is. When I finally looked at a minor league schedule, and I was like, whoa, what? 6 days in a row and every day is an off day? I mean, every Monday is an off day? But, I mean, you can adjust to anything.
I think we've proven that as a society over the last year and a half. We've had to adjust to a lot of things we never imagined having to adjust to.
There you have it.
One down in the 5th, and now Simmons.
Good high fastball that Jeffers just swung through. Fouled off a couple balls, wasn't able to handle the high fastball.
Simmons drew a walk but was left there. His walk, a leadoff walk in the 3rd, and the Twins never bumped him up. Looked like they might be able to knock Barria out early with back-to-back home runs to start the game, but all the Twins have managed since is Simmons' leadoff walk in the 3rd and Cave's infield hit with 1 out in the 4th. This was the game that potentially would have featured Shohei Ohtani on the mound, but the Angels head home after the game and open up a homestand tomorrow, and he will start the home opener tomorrow instead. Nice catch by Barria. 2 down.
Nice catch by the pitcher, Barria. Easy run over and flip to get Simmons. Nice reaction. You can tell he was in a good position to field that ball because he's not falling off to the home dugout side.
Kepler fouls it back.
Wow. It's pretty close to the young man sitting on his mom's lap with the headphones on.
Yep. One strike to Kepler. And down and away. Kepler connected for his 13th home run of the year. Hit to center. Solid stroke for a 2-out single for Kepler. And he's aboard, and that'll get Rooker to the plate. And that'll bring up Rooker. Hit one into the 3rd deck on the pitch after Kepler's home run to right.
That ball to the north loop, right? Is that direction, huh?
Yeah. Four runs on the board, and 3 of them driven in by the Maxes in this game. Stassi for the Angels with a triple and a home run. And Kepler started it all with a home run. 1 strike to Rooker.
Barria has the Major League logo tattooed on his neck.
high fly to right center field. Plenty of room for Marsh and or Eaton. And it's in one of the gloves, Eaton's glove, and the Twins are done in the fifth.
Hi, I'm Mitch Garver of the Minnesota Twins.
And I'm Al Leiter, former pitcher, now MLB Network analyst.
Hey Al, just how important is the pitcher-catcher relationship?
It's so important. Think about all the great duos of our time. Louis Tiant, Carlton Fisk, Whitey Ford, and Yogi Berra.
Tom Glavine and Javi Lopez.
You bet.
Hey, you want to go watch a movie or something?
Now you're talking.
MLB Tonight, where baseball's best players are side by side with TV's best baseball analysts. Only on MLB Network.
For 25 years,
nice throw.
Major League Baseball and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America
That's beautiful.
have teamed up to guide kids through the first tries.
It's all good, Aaron.
The curveballs.
There you go.
And the big dreams. Setting them up to make great plays. On and off the field. Celebrating 25 years of building brighter futures together.
Knotted up at 2. Last night was one to remember for Brent Rooker, who was responsible for breaking up the no-hitter with a double to right in the 9th inning. Afterwards, Rooker said that the reality was Sandoval got me out the same way in the first 3 at-bats. So in that 4th, I was determined to execute a plan, finally make him beat me a different way if he was going to beat me again. And that really makes sense considering on Friday, Rooker told me that one thing he's really been working on is developing game plans on how to attack pitchers and really executing those plans based on having a better understanding of how they may approach him and anticipating it in all different sorts of situations. I asked him how tough the last couple of weeks have been waiting for that call to come back up. He said it could have been tough, but honestly, I look at it as a blessing, guys.
And close play at first, and I think with his second attempt, Ober may have been able to get that foot down on the bag before Fletcher, who runs very well, got to the bag. We'll see it here in slow motion.
Just a pretty tough play because it looked like he beat him. It's just a tough play because Sano has to come up so far to catch the ball. Now you have to look for the ball behind you and try to find the bag.
By a whisker, I believe the Twins will get this call overturned. Foot descending, I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm guessing the call will stand.
You got blocked out right there.
And they did get the call overturned. Okay. I think it's the right call, but you know, what are we talking about? 1 frame or 2 of video replay. And Rocco Baldelli coming out. He's going to make the change here with Ohtani coming up for the first time in his big league career. Ober gets an out in the 6th inning, but it'll only be the 1 out. With 1 out, Ohtani will bat in the 6th.
For 25 years,
nice throw.
Major League Baseball and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America
That's beautiful.
have teamed up to guide kids through the first tries.
It's all good, Aaron.
The curveballs.
There you go.
And the big dreams. Setting them up to make great plays. On and off the field. Celebrating 25 years of building brighter futures together.
Hey, Pedro. Hey, Pedro. What was it like when you won your first Cy Young Award?
Well, I was...
What about when you won the pitching Triple Crown?
Well,
How did you feel when you won a World Series?
I was,
Hey, Pedro.
Man, this guy asked a lot of questions.
Hey, Pedro. Pedro.
He might make a good MLB Network analyst if he lets someone answer a question.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
Oh, and what's it like to be an 8-time All-Star?
Well, I was...
And what about getting into the Hall of Fame?
talent like Shohei Ohtani in 100 years. A guy who can get it done at the very highest level, both as a hitter and a pitcher.
Well, you can see what he's doing to hitters, and you can see what hitters aren't doing to him when he's on the mound. And you say it's great to be watching him do it. You know, we think about, you know, here when you become a professional athlete, you're either going to pitch or you're going to hit. You don't get a chance to do both, and for him to be able to do both at such a high level is just it's great for the game of baseball.
Certainly was during the All-Star break, although he did not get much of a break. Danny Coulomb coming in to pitch to Ohtani, and then Upton with one down in the sixth. When he was the talk of the All-Star break, first with the home run derby, even though he didn't win it. And then starting for the American League on the mound the next night. Just off the corner. Ball one.
Yeah, he was the talk of the All-Star game, but none of those guys who attend the All-Star festivities get a break. They're going nonstop.
And he's just put the Angels in front. Ohtani with his 35th home run of the year. A couple of doubles last night. But he takes Coulomb deep, and it's 3-2 Angels. Third home run allowed by Coulomb in 10 1/3 innings.
When we talk about the breaking balls to him, especially from the left-hand hitters, that ball has to be so far away for him to get him a swing and miss, because he's already clearing those hips to pull that ball.
Leading the majors with 35 home runs now. And there is strike one to Justin Upton. Ball up and away. Coulomb had been awfully good for the Twins. Opponent batting average of under 200. Just one walk in 10 1/3 innings. On the right field line, but foul. That was a big day for baseball in the media side of things. Nick Cafardo, longtime Boston Red Sox writer who passed away a couple of years ago, and Dick Cagle, who a longtime Kansas City Royals baseball writer, were given their awards in Cooperstown today. Swung out and missed, a strikeout for out number 2. And on the broadcast side, Al Michaels and Ken Hawk Harrelson received their acknowledgement and enshrinement in Cooperstown. Now, Al Michaels was remembered here for, I guess, most prominently the 1980 Miracle on Ice call that involved so many Minnesota college kids. But he also was the play-by-play announcer in the 1987 World Series when the Twins beat the Cardinals in 7 games. Bunted in the air, foul. Harrelson, the longtime White Sox announcer, somebody you spent a lot of time growing up in Gary, Indiana, listening to.
Oh yeah, I grew up in Indiana, close to the state line, so I didn't get a chance to. I didn't have to pick be a Cubs fan or a White Sox fan. I was, like I told you, I was both. Game started at 1 o'clock. Run home and see the end of of the Cubs game and got a chance to watch the White Sox game and had a chance to hear many games that Hawk called.
Clip the inside corner, and it's 0-2.
I love this home run call, except when I was pitching.
Put it on the board?
Put it on the board.
Really happy for Dick Cagle, who in the smallest of markets excelled in his profession. Nice to see someone devoted to the game of baseball for so many decades getting acknowledged today. Shohei Ohtani cranking one out to put the Angels up for the first time today.
Hi, I'm Mitch Garver of the Minnesota Twins.
And I'm Al Leiter, former pitcher, now MLB Network analyst.
Hey Al, just how important is the pitcher-catcher relationship?
It's so important. Think about all the great duos of our time. Louis Tiant, Carlton Fisk, Whitey Ford, and Yogi Berra.
Tom Glavine and Javi Lopez.
You bet.
Hey, you want to go watch a movie or something?
Now you're talking.
MLB Tonight, where baseball's best players are side by side with TV's best baseball analysts. Only on MLB Network.
Sixth. Twins fans on Monday and Tuesday, like tomorrow and the next day. In the evening games, you can enjoy the all-you-can-eat package, which includes a grandstand ticket and unlimited access to ballpark favorites. The all-you-can-eat package presented by Bally Sports North. Visit twinsbaseball.com/AYCE for details. Here's Donaldson. Inside ball one.
I think those are nachos or ice cream in that big helmet. I'm a fan of both, by the way.
Oh, are you?
Yes. They look like nachos.
So you eat up all the nachos, and then you put the helmet in the dishwasher, and then you can wear the helmet, right?
No, we usually put it up in the cabinet, let it sit for about 4 or 5 years, then throw it out.
2-0.
You go to the ballpark and collect all these cups. You think you're going to use them, put them up there. And
hey, we went through that. The kids come to the Metrodome all those years, getting the ice cream sundaes and the little helmets. And, of course, they're stackable. So you end up with like 57 of them, and they're never used again.
Correct.
3-0.
Donaldson swinging 3-0.
Not at that one. Second time that Barria's given up the leadoff walk. See if the Twins can do something with this one. They did not when Simmons drew his leadoff walk in the third. Now Sano. Sano with a bouncer to short and a strikeout. Scored the first 2 runs on home runs. The only hit they've had, 2 of them actually. An infield hit from Cave in the 4th, and then Kepler's rocket into center field for a single in the 5th. One strike.
For the 9 Twins hitters, Donaldson and Sano are the only two hitters that he's pitched in consistently.
Just outside. Just saw Sano pull by 30 feet, 94-mile-per-hour fastball.
The ball was good and inside. Probably had no chance of keeping that ball fair.
One and two.
Used a fastball and first pitch in, he pulled it foul. Slider just off the plate for a ball, and he went back middle end with a changeup. And playing the changeup and the fastball off of each other, bringing both closer to the body. And for me, the closer I threw the ball to the body, for me, I thought the hitter felt like he had a better chance of hitting it.
Called out on strikes in a fourth inning fastball. That time just missed inside. 2-2. Two hopper to Mayfield. 1 and 2, a double play, and that takes care of the leadoff walk. That'll bring up Cave.
Mayfield again, just waited back on that ball, got rid of it quick to the second baseman Fletcher. Easy turn. 5-4-3 double play.
And now Cave, a strikeout on a check swing back in the first. Then he beat out an infield hit in the fourth. Ball one. And now 2-0. Tigers come to town for their series here, next to last series here. Starting tomorrow night, there's a called strike 2-1. And the Twins hit the road for a week and a half. Then they come home for a week and a half. Still hoping to put together a winning month of July, but they need to start winning ball games.
Best way to do it.
Kicked, bobbled and kicked. And Cave will reach on a Fletcher error. And Fletcher was the infielder involved in Cave's infield hit, so he's aware of Cave's speed and ability, determination to run every ball out. I don't know if he peeked here or what happened.
You can see the ball came up on him, hit him in the palm of the glove. That last hop just came up a little higher than he expected.
So the Twins get an extra out. And here is Astudillo. A fly ball to center and a ground ball to third. Great play by Mayfield, taking a double away from him. Popped up. Stassi makes the catch, and Astudillo gone on one pitch, and we head to the seventh in yet another one-run game.
Everywhere you go, everything you do, you can always take the game with you. And you can bring your friends.
Luis Arise is one of those unique players, a throwback player.
Meet Luis Arise.
A guy who just finds the barrel of the bat.
He's watching MLB Network.
He doesn't swing at balls and he doesn't strike out.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
Story of the game is all about the long ball. Max Kepler led off the first with his 13th home run of the season. Next batter, Brent Rooker, follows in suit with a bomb, 436 feet to the third deck in left. Top of the fifth now, Max Stassi already with a triple on the day. Does himself one better with his 8th home run of the season. And then there's that guy. If anyone was going to hit a home run this series, it would be Shohei Ohtani. His league-leading 35th of the season caused a mad scramble out there on the plaza, and he gives the Angels their first lead of the ball game. It's a 3-2 lead in the 7th, guys.
Danny Coulomb delivering up and away, ball 1. Angels sending up Iglesias, Marsh, and Stassi. No activity in the Twins' pen, so Coulomb has to get through the 7th inning, keep this a 1-run game.
Coulomb pitched 2 innings on Thursday night. First game of this 4-game series. 4 strikeouts.
Right now the difference in the game is Ohtani's home run. Coulomb brought in to face the left-handed batter, but one of the strengths for Ohtani is he's just as good against lefties as righties, hitting .274 coming into the game today, hitting .274 against lefties and .274 against righties with power from both sides. 1-1 and a tapper foul. Iglesias with a fly to center and a bouncer to short.
I think I'm going to join you standing up this half inning.
Well, I do it selfishly because I just love seeing fans sitting in their seats watching a ball game again. Poke to right field. Kepler retreats a few steps. 1 away. At every game, businesses of all sizes gain an edge by hosting their prospects and clients at a Twins game. You can take advantage of all that Target Field has to offer for your business in 2021. From a private suite to special group seating arrangements. Learn more by texting TWINS to 20123 or go to twinsbaseball.com/groups. I did today what I try to do at least once during a homestand, and that is about an hour before game time, walk around the concourse and just see the excitement of the fans to be in here. Now today the Twins handed out TC backpacks in anticipation of the school year, and we all hope a more normal school year for everybody. On the ground, Sano picked it up. Coulomb late in getting there, but Sano can get to the bag before the fleet-footed Marsh. 2 away. And of course, I didn't do that last year. I didn't walk through the concourse. There was no point to do that. But to see the little kids and the seniors and so many fans who might be coming here for the very first time, at the very least, for the first time in 2 years, it's one of my favorite things to do here.
It is definitely great to see fans back in the ballpark.
And you, of course, were more intimately involved with it than I was, but could you imagine as a player playing with no fans in the ballparks? In your great career, there were always fans, sometimes sellout crowds, Sometimes in the lean Metrodome years, maybe not a whole lot of people, but I just can't imagine the ball hit to short center. Gordon coming in and there to make the catch, Cave rather, in center field. And it's a 1-2-3 seventh inning and a 1-run Angel lead. And the Twins, with a 3-2 deficit, will try to do something about that after stretch time and after our Sunday afternoon rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
You want that home run feeling? Then step in the box and let it rip. Get ready for the Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby, powered by at MLB Develops. Compete locally and swing your way to the 2021 Junior Home Run Derby Finals. Sign up for free at jrhrd.com.
Luis Arise is one of those unique players, a throwback player.
Meet Luis Arise.
A guy who just finds the barrel of the bat.
He's watching MLB Network.
He doesn't swing at balls and he doesn't strike out.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
Hey, Pedro. Hey, Pedro. What was it like when you won your first Cy Young Award?
Well, I was...
What about when you won the pitching Triple Crown?
Well,
And how did you feel when you won a World Series?
I was,
Hey, Pedro.
Man, this guy asked a lot of questions.
Hey, Pedro. Pedro.
He might make a good MLB Network analyst if he lets someone answer a question.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
Oh, and what's it like to be an 8-time All-Star?
Well, I was,
and what about getting into the Hall of Fame?
It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and description for this game may be not disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC. Get back to that conversation about playing without the fans, and sometimes they were so bad you wish they were not in the stands.
Yeah.
But having a conversation with Taylor Rogers yesterday about his season last year, and we talked about how not having fans really affected him. And having to leave the ballpark and go to an empty home, that really affected him. And a lot of times we don't think about that, but it was something that a lot of players struggle with, like the isolation and all the testing and the masks and all the protocols that we had to go through.
That's to left, and Upton hustling after it and getting there for the catch. I remember late in the season, Andrelton Simmons with the Angels, basically the mental strain of it all was overwhelming him, and he left the team. And there were other players who opted out. Lorenzo Cain opted out completely, not because they had any less affection for the game or drive. It was just everything that was involved in it. What you had to do to simply play a game was overwhelming for some.
Indeed. But let's hope that's all behind us and we can play baseball with fans in the stands and don't have to worry about any of that.
This is interesting. Jorge Polanco pinch hitting for Ryan Jeffers. Up and away. Ball one. Jeffers had gone 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Mitch Garver on the roster. Astudillo can catch as well. So we'll see how it plays out in the 8th inning. Popped up and out of play, I believe. Yep, just barely. Twins have gotten some dramatic hits this year. Just not pinch hits. Twins just 8 for 48 off the bench. And only 2 runs batted in. No home runs.
And those stats were like, a piece of the fabric that made this team good the last 2 years. Have been able to bring somebody off the bench to go deep, get a base hit.
Just outside, 2-1. We're talking about bench players now needing to be flexible, play different positions, infield, outfield. The days of the Chip Hales, Midre Cummings, guys who could just specialize almost in getting hits off the bench, those days are gone too.
Yeah. Lefty specialists, they're gone.
They're gone. That was legislated out with a 3-batter minimum, right?
True.
But the game has changed in so many ways, some ways for the better.
In some ways, the older generation would just never accept it.
2 hops, short right field. Fletcher makes the play. Polanco been dealing with a bit of a back issue. He still lunged for the bag. 2 down. You can roll up your sleeves to give blood and help save the lives of patients that depend on blood every day. Valley Sports North has teamed up with the American Red Cross for the Roll Up Your Sleeves campaign. Your donation will help save lives. Visit valleysports.com/cares to schedule now. 2 down, and now Simmons. Chop foul. Twins had a minor league hitting coordinator, Jim Dwyer, who was a very good pinch hitter in his day.
Dwyer was my A-ball coach in '93. He was my manager.
Oh, is that right?
Fort Wayne.
Right center field toward the gap, gliding after it as Marsh gets there easily. Simmons retired, and we head to the 8th. The Twins haven't done much of anything since their home runs that opened up the ball game twice.
Luis Arise is one of those unique players, a throwback player.
Meet Luis Arise.
A guy who just finds the barrel of the bat.
He's watching MLB Network
He doesn't swing at balls and he doesn't strike out.
because that's what baseball fans do.
Hey, Al, during tonight's show, what was that meatball you threw?
Meatball? That was a hitting demonstration, and that's what I was supposed to do.
Right.
Next question.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
Everywhere you go, everything you do, you can always take the game with you.
And you can bring your friends.
Series over at Target Field. I'm Anthony LaPanta inside Mall of America studio. Tomorrow, the Twins continue the homestand but welcome a new opponent. The Tigers are in town to open a series, and we have it for you here on Valley Sports North. Now let's go back over to the ballpark.
It's been a while since I've said this. Tigers one of the best teams in the American League the last couple months. Twins saw a lot of them before and after the All-Star break. They'll get another look at A.J. Hinch's team. Coolum out there to start the 8th inning facing Adam Eaton. Drag bunt and a beauty, and Sano has no chance. That is as perfectly placed drag bunt as you will ever see.
Yeah, and it makes it just a little easier when you have a lefty on the mound that's falling off towards third base. He takes 2 or 3 steps towards third base. He has no chance to recover to help Sano out.
That'll be the end of the day for Danny Coulomb. Brought into the game back in the 6th inning, asked to get the first out of the 8th, but a beautiful drag bunt. Called a drag bunt, even though it doesn't actually play out that way, because the left-handed batter running up the line appears to drag it behind him. It's a base hit leading off the 8th in a 1-run game.
I'm Byron Buxton, and you can catch me making some leaping grabs on MLB Tonight.
I'm Bill Ripken. You can catch me analyzing those grabs on MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
Hey, Harold, how do you prepare for a big show?
Well, I just try to stay positive. Take it one show at a time and treat it just like any other show.
How do you feel about the other analysts you work with?
It's a great group of guys. We're all on the same page. I'm just happy to be here.
What's your prediction for the season?
We'll see what happens. It all comes down to execution in the studio.
The pro player answers. He's still got it.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions on MLB Network.
Target Field, and you can do that Saturday, July 31st for the second and final Twins Catch on the Field, presented by Securian Financial. Each ticket includes a Twins logo baseball, a 1-hour catch session, and a day of fun at Target Field. Limited tickets are available at twinsbaseball.com/catchfield. Danny Coulomb gave up a home run to the first guy he faced, a bunt single to the last guy he faced, and now Alexander Colomé will come in for the 38th time.
Colomé pitched last in the 23rd, second game of this series. 2/3 of an inning, no strikeouts. It looked like he had a much better feel for his cutter in his last outing.
Opponent batting average still pretty high, at least by comps over the last 3 years. Mayfield the batter, Eaton at first, and nobody out. Another attempted bunt, hint of a bunt, ball 1. And Mitch Garver's in there behind the plate. Recently off the injured list, and as of today off the paternity list, and Polanco staying in the game at second base.
Baby season for the Twins.
Yes, it is. Big cut and a miss, 1-1. Mayfield 0 for 2, but another sparkling defensive play, taking a double away from Astudillo in the early innings. Steve Cishek getting loose in the Angels pen. In the 8th inning, the Twins will have the top of their lineup: Kepler, Rooker, and Donaldson. check at first.
Colomé trying to keep Eden close to the bag. He's definitely a threat to steal second base. You've seen his speed out in right field, cut some of those balls off from getting to the wall. Able to throw some guys out at second base.
There's the bunt. Colomé bare hands, fires a rocket to Sano, a sacrifice bunt by Mayfield, and Eaton gains second base. And now a word from Twin Cities Honda.
Looking for selection? Your Honda dealers have it. With thousands of new Hondas to choose from, upgrade to a new Honda and take immediate delivery. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Another close ball game. Angels trying to open up their lead a little bit here in their half of the 8th inning. A bunt single, a sacrifice bunt. And Fletcher will bat.
On that play, Astudillo was crashing on the ball. He and Colomé, which vacated third base.
Sano with a nice pickup. Looks across the diamond, makes the smart play there. That ball smashed by Fletcher. And we've seen Sano go to his right. That was a nice play to his glove side.
Very nice play by the big guy, Miguel Sano. Yeah, the notion to throw the ball to third base, but decided not to and get the for sure out. It's a great reaction play by the big guy at first base.
And fans are booing because Ohtani's going to be intentionally walked.
Our own fans are booing because of that.
They want to see the man play. Smart baseball play here, though, to send him to first base and with the right-hander on the mound go after Upton. 2 down, runners on the corners, and Rocco Baldelli trying to keep this a 1-run game. And you still have to pay Ohtani some attention here. He was thrown out trying to steal back in the first inning.
Well, Colomé is pretty quick to the plate.
Down and away, ball 1.
You don't want to get too caught up in trying to keep Ohtani at first base and make a not so good pitch to Upton. He can still do some damage. Go ahead and go after him with your best stuff.
Swung on and missed. It seems from the center field camera and from behind the plate view that I get that there's more downward tilt to
slider.
Yeah.
Cutter slider.
Cutter slider, yes.
You get a little bit more depth to that pitch. And he's worked hard to try to regain to have a good feel for it. It's been a process for him, and through his struggles, he hadn't complained.
There goes Ohtani. Tremendous jump, and the pitch tap foul 1 and 2. He could have stolen second base standing up. I don't think Garver would have thrown.
No, because the middle infielders were holding their position.
Might go again here on 1 and 2. There he goes, another great jump. And Garver looks the runner back to third base. Stolen base, 2 men in scoring position now, and a 2-2 count to Upton. Upton with a fly ball, a ground out, and a strikeout. Colomé trying to get him here and keep this a one-run game. First base open and left-hand batting Walsh is on deck.
Colomé's main objective right here is to get Upton. He does have first base open. I think I'd much rather facing Upton than Walsh in this situation.
Three and two. Tapper to third. Astudillo on target to Sano. Colomé strands two. It's still a one-run game.
It's not just because Boll & Branch organic cotton sheets are incredibly soft. They are. And it's not just that they're free from toxins and made by people who are paid and treated fairly. That's true too. It's because home is where the magic happens. And with better sheets made in safer ways, home makes the world a better place. Boll & Branch. Right now, try for 30 nights risk-free and get free shipping at bollandbranch.com.
Nerds. Have new money goals this year? NerdWallet can help make them happen. Like getting auto insurance to match your new 0-mile commute? We have tools for that. Want to refinance your mortgage and put those savings into the college fund? We have tips for that too. Or get a low-interest credit card for your long-awaited honeymoon? We can help you find the one. Credit card, that is. Discover and compare the smartest credit cards, mortgage lenders, and more on NerdWallet. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
The Angels 3-2 at Target Field. Stay with us after the game for Twins Live, where today we will take a look at the home runs the fans were treated to this afternoon, including Shohei Ohtani's now league-leading 35th of the season. The Twins started the home run party with back-to-back bombs from Max Kepler and Brent Rooker, so we'll take a look at both of those, as well as hearing from Rocco Baldelli. And then fans, don't forget afterwards to head to our Bally Sports North Facebook page for Twins Final Pitch. Presented by Nucleus Network, formerly known as Prism Research. There you'll get a recap of this 4-game series against the Angels. We'll also look ahead to the upcoming series against the Tigers. So it's all coming your way after the final out, guys.
Twins have some work to do, just down a run. 8th inning has been one of their better innings in terms of outscoring the opposition. They'll have to try to do that in the 8th against right-hander Steve Cishek.
Cishek making his 49th appearance of the season. It was just fastball, sweeping, breaking ball. Sidearm release point.
Juan Lagares relieving Upton in left field. And now Kepler, who has a home run and a very solid single. Twins only have 4 hits. The other hits, Rooker's home run and Cave's infield hit. So not much offense again for the Twins this afternoon. Checked his swing and took ball 2.
The Angels closer Iglesias pitched the first 3 games of this series. I don't foresee him pitching tonight. This afternoon.
There for a strike. Fouled back. 2-2. Say, well, the Twins would love to get Kepler aboard. While that's certainly true, they've had a couple of leadoff walks and haven't done anything with them. In the third, again in the sixth. Kepler led off the first with his home run.
So Kepler can pick him one out. Something middle in that he can drive into a gap.
Came inside, got a swinging strike three, one away. So that'll bring up Rooker.
Cishek just challenged him inside with a fastball. You can see he missed his spot. Stassi was set up away. Fastball close. You can see Kepler try to bring his hands in and try to get to it. Just a little late. And strikeout. Cishek.
And now Rooker. Didn't mean to. Dribbling it up the line. It stays fair for out number 2. Check swing ground out. And there are 2 away in the 8th. That'll bring up Donaldson. You can join your fellow Bennies and Johnnies for CSB SJU Night. College of St. Benedict, St. John's University at Target Field coming up on Tuesday. It's a special ticket package, including your ticket to the game plus an exclusive co-theme CSB SJU Twins cap. Purchase your ticket package at twinsbaseball.com/CSBSJU. Donaldson 0 for 2 with a walk. Rogers warming up in case the Twins take the lead. Donaldson checks his swing in time, 2-0.
They've pitched him hard in the entire day. Angel pitchers.
And now 3-0. Sano on deck. And Donaldson takes his second walk, and there's a man aboard now for Sano. And this is why Taylor Rogers is warming up, even though the Twins are down a run. If Sano cranks one here, Rogers will be ready to come in for the 9th inning.
Right, just never know. I'm sure Rogers probably has it if we tie the game up.
Yeah, same thing there, right? Because you're not going to have a save situation anymore. Sano with 2 ground balls pulled, one of them pulled into a double play, and then 1 strikeout as well, 0 for 3. Big cut right on that 91-mile-per-hour fastball, and he fouled it straight back.
Fastball middle in, right in his wheelhouse. He just missed his fastball.
Donaldson no threat to run. Breaking ball and a big cut. 0-2.
That's the breaking ball that kind of backs up just a little bit. Didn't get to where the catcher Matt Stassi set up at. Just hovering around the middle of the plate. And usually those balls go a very long way.
Sano in a tough spot. 0-2. And Sano strikes out. Donaldson left aboard, and we head to the 9th.
Nerds. Have new money goals? NerdWallet can help you find the credit card to make them happen. Want to earn enough points for a weekend of fancy camping? We have options for that. Maybe have a better credit card than your older sister. We have comparison tools for that. Or find a card that lets you donate your cash back to food banks. We have tips for that too. From low rates to the best rewards, easily discover and compare the smartest credit cards. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
A lot can happen with a simple tell your story. Get people excited. To get connected, to share, and sell anywhere, and start making a different future. Start different at GoDaddy.com.
The Ohtani home run, the difference in the ball game. It came with 1 out in the 6th inning. The Twins haven't done anything in terms of scoring since their first 2 at-bats of the afternoon. They got 2 solo home runs and haven't managed much of anything since. So we go to the 9th in a 1-run game. The first 3 games of the series all decided by 1 run.
It looks like this game's going to come down to the same fate as the first 3 games. Somebody's going to win by 1.
40th time that Alcala comes into a ball game, and he'll try to keep this a 1-run game.
Alcala last pitch yesterday, 2/3 of an inning. He came in throwing strikes. Good slider he had yesterday.
Cut on and fouled. Interesting. You look at the American League standings, and coming into play today, the dead heat in the American League East between Boston and Tampa Bay. Red Sox were no hit through 7 innings at Fenway Park, trailing 4-0, and they came back and beat the Yankees. From short right field, Polanco has a play, makes it 1 away. They beat the Yankees 5-4. The Yankees now are 9 games behind the Boston Red Sox. Tampa Bay did lose to Cleveland, but there's such separation now developing, even in the American League West. Houston's got a 4.5 game lead over Oakland, remembering that now this year there are just the 5 teams in each league going to the playoffs. And there'll be a wild card game, 1 game where one team will advance and the other team will be eliminated. And at this point, it certainly looks like either Boston or Tampa Bay is going to win the American League East. The other team will be the wild card winner. So everybody else really playing for 1 spot, with the White Sox comfortably in front in the Central, and the Astros right now comfortably in front in the West.
So one of those good teams won't get in.
Off the line foul. And what do you do if you're the Yankees? You know, your chances of getting into the wild card race after just a crushing loss today. You got Oakland playing 560 baseball. You're playing 522 baseball now. Toronto's right on your heels.
What do you think? They should have a fire sale?
There's Watson. Looks like he's going to get the 9th inning. The Twins are scheduled to have Cave, a lefty, Astudillo, and Gordon, another lefty. 1-2. Sharply hit and into right field, a base hit. Iglesias aboard with a 1-out single. Well, a few years ago they had just that. Weren't going to make the playoffs. Traded Chapman to the Cubs. And goes the year they traded Miller to the Indians, I believe.
Miller?
Andrew Miller.
Lefty, yes.
Here's Brandon Marsh.
Traded the closer to the Cubs and got him back.
Like the Twins
Cuban
did
missile.
with Rick Aguilera in 1995. They traded him and then re-signed him.
Wasn't Aggie traded while we were playing against the Red Sox? He just switched clubhouses?
Mm-hmm.
Or Frankie Rodriguez.
Yep.
And not K-Rod. Those are Frankie Rodriguez before K-Rod.
Right. Yep. One strike to Marsh. Seen this happen throughout this series. The Twins fans firing up the wave in the 8th inning and then shutting it down in the 9th. I really was glad to see how the Twins fans reacted when Sandoval came off the mound yesterday. You know, appreciating how good he was in pitching so well against their team. Twins fans gave Sandoval a standing ovation when he came off the mound in the 9th inning.
And I think I gave him a golf clap as well. I mean, you know, we see some offense, but it's great to see a guy go out there and methodically just carve up the lineup, no matter who's hitting, to see him go about his business. And not often you get a chance to see a no-hitter. He came up just a little short, but he still threw the ball absolutely amazing yesterday.
Runner goes, and the pitch drilled to right center field. Hustling after it is Kepler. He's going to have to spin and get it in a hurry. They're sending the runner. Butterfield put up the stop sign, and he'll score easily. Anyway, Brian Butterfield closer to home plate than third base. Put up the stop sign, but Iglesias flew around third and scored. The Angels get an insurance run in their half of the ninth.
The changeup from Jorge Alcala, just slightly elevated. Right for Marsh's bat speed. He hits it in the gap.
So Marsh with an RBI double, and it's a 4-2 ball game. And now Stassi, who drove in the first Angel run with a triple off the wall in right center field. Into right field, a base hit. Marsh can really run well. He'll come home and score. And 3 straight hits for the Angels has blown their lead out to 3 runs. Stassi a double short of the cycle now. He's driven in 3 runs with 3 different hits.
You can see where Garver sets up in. The ball, it's in, but not close to Stassi's body. He's able to shoot that ball to right field for RBI single. It's a little more cushion for the lefty Watson.
And now Eaton bunted for a single, got as far as third base last inning.
You see Kepler fielded that ball clean, and he didn't put an arc in that throw. I mean, he kept it low to the ground, and Stassi wasn't able to advance to second base on the throw.
And now 1-1.
You had to respect the fact the ball could have been cut by first baseman Sano. Now, if that ball was elevated, he could have read the throw and ended up at second base.
Sano gets the lead runner, and the return throw not in time. Every once in a while you are reminded how strong Sano's arm is, and he got that ball to second base in a hurry, but Eaton still runs well, beat the relay.
Yeah, Sano has an absolute cannon. he can let it eat. So he can get off the bag perfect. Receives the ball, gets his body square, makes a strike to Simmons, and Eden runs too well to get doubled up.
Mayfield, the batter, in what is now a 3-run lead for the Angels. In. Spent a lot of time with Alcala. You have. How would you assess his first full season in the big leagues?
Just watching from afar, he's been a little bit up and down. He goes out there and, he'll go on a good stretch, and then he'll have, a game like he had the other day in Chicago, in the third. 1 hit, 3 earned runs. But I think when he gets sped up, I talked to him about controlling the moment, his breathing, not in a hurry to go fast. When you think you should go fast, I always tell him just come off the gas a little bit. Don't hit the brake, just come off the gas a little bit.
2-0. 3-0.
Just got to get him to the point where no situation surprises him, and he's comfortable being in any situation.
And Wes Johnson to the mound. Alcala's thrown 16 pitches.
3 sliders right there that neither pitch broke.
The feedback is immediate, is it not, on the bench when a pitcher's out there throwing? And in terms of spin rate and all that, I mean, everybody knows what's going on, right? And if the spin rate is down a little bit within an inning, that's why we see some of the pitching changes being made.
We definitely have an idea when the guy starts to, how we say, lose it a little bit. So instead of waiting till the wheels fall off, try to get him out of there before that happens.
Mayfield, number 9 batter, but a 3-0 count. The 6th batter that Alcala's faced. Runner goes, a strike, and safe at second base. Polanco trying to put the quick drop tag on the runner, and it's a stolen base for Eaton.
Polanco got there, put a really quick tag on him, wasn't able to get him.
Not sure Polanco ever did touch him. The Twins looked at it.
You got a guy like Eaton at first base. I mean, I got Alcala to home at 138. That's not going to give your catcher a chance to get a speedy guy. You got to be in that 1-1, maybe 1-2 range.
So there are 2 components to a successful or unsuccessful stolen base. The pitcher's time from when he breaks from the stretch to when the catcher receives the ball. Then the pop time from the catcher's glove to the infielder's glove.
Faster you get it to the catcher.
Driven to the gap. It'll score another run. Alcala's given up 4 hits and at least 3 runs here in the 9th inning. Mayfield with another damaging hit against the Twins in this series, an RBI double. No longer a save situation, but we expect Watson to come out of the pen anyway.
It's not a bad slider. It was just one that our nemesis Jack Mayfield was able to get to, and he hit it in the right center field gap.
7th batter faced by Alcala, and it's Fletcher. Ball back, strike. This catch by a fan lunging with a bare hand.
Knocked it down and caught it before it hit the ground. What a couple good catches by fans today. And hard hit balls.
may have, I don't know, of course, may have made the catch in front of his son, which is really nice. Off the screen, 2 strikes. To David Fletcher.
See if Alcala can make a pitch, stop the bleeding right here, and get his team to swing the bats.
Just missing outside.
You can see Garber sets up in for the changeup. He had to reach across his body, which should make a difference. A strike is a strike. You know, that would have been a big strikeout for Alcala.
And now 2-2. Alcala has given up 3. Snapped his bat softly to Astudillo, and that ends it. 3 runs for the Angels and a 4-run lead going to the bottom of the 9th.
A lot can happen with a simple tell your story. Get people excited. To get connected, to share, and sell anywhere, and start making a different future. Start different at GoDaddy.com.
Every time he steps up to the plate, goes into his windup, or runs one down.
Oh, you won't see a better one than that.
He competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Beautiful day at Target Field. Twins will try to do something about the scoreboard in the bottom of the 9th. And sadly, we're going to say goodbye to Annie Sabo after today's telecast. Annie's done a great job on Twins television and other projects on Valley Sports North over the last couple of years, and she's going to return to Florida. Annie, great job, fun working with you, and we'll look forward to tracking your career to bigger and better things. Been a delight to work with. Jake Cave will lead off the bottom of the ninth against Tony Watson. We're losing a lot of talent to Florida. Vanessa Lambert, Nelson Cruz to St. Petersburg. Annie Sabo moving to Florida.
Weather's better.
Just a bunch of snowbirds. That's all they are. Watson warming up for what he thought might be a 1-run lead. Instead, it's 4, and he'll face Jake Cave to start the 9th inning for the Twins.
Watson last pitched on Friday. 1 inning, 1 hit, an earned run, a base on ball, and 2 strikeouts.
Outside, ball 1.
Watson fastball, slider heavy to left-hand hitters. Fastball, slider to right-hand hitters. We'll mix in the changeup.
In there for a strike. Twins have a bench of Larnach, who they do not want to use because his hand is still sore after being hit by a pitch late in the ball game last night. And Gilberto Celestino, who probably is not going to get used as a pinch hitter here either. We'll wait and see how it plays out. Larnach hardly looks ready to come in. Twins want to give him a day off and let the hand heal. Hope the swelling goes out.
He got on batting gloves. I'm sure he was probably down there taking some hacks in the cage.
1-2. Cave takes ball 2.
We've had 3 guys get hit in the hand. All 3 stayed in the game and ended up having to come out of the game.
And Cave takes the call, 3rd strike. 1 down, and now Astudillo.
Looked like Cave was looking for the breaking ball, the slider down and away. Rushed him with a 94 miles an hour fastball right down the middle.
Astudillo 0 for 3. Outfield fly, a foul pop, smashed one down the line. Mayfield took a double away and retired him. Twins still had the lead at 2-1 at that point. Had a runner on, in fact. Cave had gotten his infield hit. That might have produced another run, but Mayfield's had quite a defensive 4-game series here in Minneapolis.
The Angels proceed to put up 6 unanswered runs.
A little pop-up behind the mound. And it's Walsh calling off Fletcher, 2 down. And Mitch Garver will bat for the first time. Garver trying to keep the game alive for Polanco in the on-deck circle. A lot of work to do, and the Twins are down to their last out. Garver 0 for 7 as a pinch hitter. In there, strike 1. One and one. And now 1-2. The season series with the Angels has had more than its share of lowlights. Twins were in Anaheim back in April when the COVID outbreak hit.
And we were here doing the games. Target field.
2-2. Then they had to fly to Anaheim to make up the games that were lost. Had to fly from home to Anaheim, played 2 7-inning games, won one of them, then had to fly to Cleveland. And this 4-game series held some promise. Twins coming off a split in the 4 games with the White Sox, but a couple of 1-run losses, and Twins are down to their last strike today. Garver now with a full count. And it would be a significant win for the Angels if they finish it off, because it would get them back to the 500 mark. Full count. To left, hit well. Lagares is there to make a nice running catch, and the Angels take the series 3-1.
The Twins started the game off with 2 big runs by Kepler, home run, and Brent Rooker, but wasn't able to muster out anything after that.
And that's kind of the theme of the weekend. The Twins unable to score many runs without Nelson Cruz against the Angel lineup. Twins Live postgame comes your way next.